Buenas, ¿qué hay? Aquí vamos a empezar un nuevo juego, el Before Your Age. A ver qué tal. En principio es un juego cortito. Así que vamos a ver qué tal la experiencia. Así como novedad del juego, así importante, que usa el parpadeo. Es decir, que haces cosas con el parpadeo de los ojos. Así que vamos a ver qué tal. Vamos a empezar a ver.
Amigo, ¿volverías a jugar Resident Evil 4 Remake?
Pues no lo sé. Si no tuviera nada más que jugar, seguramente sí. Pero como hay bastantes cosas, tengo bastante pendiente, la verdad. Mira qué guapo esto. Miro los símbolos, parpadeo y elijo las cosas. Qué guay. Cuando tú veas un merónomo en Blade. Joder, se supone que no tengo que parpadear, pero... Qué guapo. Decía que iba a estar en español, pero de español poco. Dice, idioma español, subtítulos, ¿no? ¿Cómo? A ver si se quedó guardado, sí. Vale.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew.
Qué guapo.
Bright and shiny one, aren't you? I ask you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh,
qué guay.
Well, look at that. You're a blinking genius.
Buenísimo.
I knew you were special. See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion?
Pálpito. Una corazonada.
A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life from prow to stir. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, We don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that. Ooh. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. And don't be afraid. And don't...
Me da que voy a tener...
Try to enjoy it this time.
Me voy a... Cuando tenga que parpadear me da que voy a tener que... Vamos. Parpadeo bastante. Sobre todo en la VR. Mira qué guapo.
Look at that sun.
Qué guapo.
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here.
Qué guapo.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree, covered in flowers.
The day really slipped away, didn't it?
Pues yo no voy a poder aguantar los parpadeos.
Days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Where's the first page of my piece? I can't find...
Pues que me... Desde que vea el...
Go ahead, kid. Look at that! There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something.
No voy a poder ver nada, ¿viste? Así.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Que no se puede así, tío.
Sounds good, honey!
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's very specific.
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So,
think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean,
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you
¿Qué
for
juego de terror es ese?
It really means a lot.
El Before You Race, pero no de terror. En principio es de...
Oh.
como contando una historia.
Mess of color. Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're mad.
Se supone que estoy muerto. Me ha recogido un tipo ahí en una lancha en medio del mar. Y me ha dicho que me vaya a una torre para que me juzguen por lo que he hecho en mi vida. Y entonces me ha dicho que para contar la historia tengo que revivir todos mis recuerdos desde que nací. Entonces yo ahora mismo estoy reviviendo todo desde que nací, pero se supone que si parpadea, pasas de escena. Y pueden pasar segundos o años. Entonces está complicado porque yo parpadeo cada 2x3. Así que vamos a ver qué tal.
That you aren't good enough yet. You'll just have to keep working.
¿Ves? Ya parpadeé. Y no veo...
¿Sí?
¿Qué juegos has querido jugar pero no has podido?
My dad gave
Pues...
it to me. He loved music.
yo creo que casi a todos los juegos que he querido jugar los he jugado, así que... ahora mismo no caigo en alguno que yo haya dicho que no haya podido.
God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
Todo se hace con los parpadeos de los ojos.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call...
Pues que no se puede
hey,
así.
Benny, are you ready to see something really
¿Te
special?
acabaste el Doki Doki en un día, jaja?
Sí, al final le metí un vicio que no veas.
Richard.
What?
Mira el
Cutest
gatito.
thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
No, hombre.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Uf, tiene un gripazo que agüita.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
Que va, imposible. No logro
She was in
estar sin
grad
papel.
school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places.
Es que no me voy a enterar de nada, tío. Estamos en enero, ha pasado Reyes.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but... Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
¿Has jugado el Den Ring?
¿Cuál? ¿El de Ring? Creo que no. No, ese no.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Mira, se está meando. Gatito malo.
Qué lindo gato.
Sí, pero se me va ahí encima.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
Así no, que no me voy a enterar de nada.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your
¿Has
age,
jugado Cyberpunk?
only
Sí,
way
ese
to fight
sí.
against time
Me lo pasé completo y platino.
which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could... I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that?
No consigo estar sin parpadear. No me voy a enterar de nada.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, L.
¿Has jugado Cufear?
¿Cuál?
Really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting.
Ernie, buddy.
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
Por cierto,
So you're saying
hiciste
it's a coincidence
transmisión
that it
en la
disappears for
madrugada.
weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But
¿Cuándo?
Ernie's
Cufear.
boy.
And you're sure about that?
¿Qué día?
Thought I was.
He keeps coloring the grass blue.
No me voy a enterar de nada, casi. Esto, la verdad que lo veo un poco mal, ¿no? Que con cualquier parpadeo pases de capítulo. Y mira, aquí estás aquí, ya está. Venga, va al siguiente. No me
I
estoy enterando
know
nada.
it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex.
But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Voy a la zona de juego.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other...
Okay. 2 brackets.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Suspendido.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Es imposible, ¿eh?
This isn't my house. It's not my... Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you. why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you
Menuda mierda, Esto de la zona de juego y la verdad que la flipo.
My name is Mr. Isaac.
Ya estoy en la universidad.
Hey you. Jaja, todo frenético.
Es que el tema es que cada vez que sale el reloj, si parpadeo, se pasa el capítulo. Entonces, claro, es que, a ver, es imposible no parpadear. Intento aguantar, pero vamos, es imposible. Entonces, estoy pasando capítulos de mi vida sin darme cuenta casi de nada. Bueno, alguna cosilla, pero es imposible. Y después estoy viendo una cosa que como que me acerco un poquito, ya está diciendo que estoy fuera del modo de juego, pero no sé. A ver. Vamos a la misma clase, qué casualidad, dame un favor, cuando estemos en el colegio. Ah, como si no nos conociera y no me hable. Nunca, compañero.
Not noodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay, now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes.
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right.
Ahora de que parpadee.
Though I prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
you broke my no talking rule, but I asked you to, so I guess I'll have to let you live.
Esta es la vez que más es...
Now, on to what you've all been waiting for. Grades. Assessment.
Pero si...
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure.
Jugando al juego, qué bueno.
We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one.
Está jugando a los Pokémon.
Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick. Whoa! That's a pretty good drawing.
Joder.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and...
Así que me metieron en música. Era una máquina.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear...
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be. Oh my God, Benny!
Uy, mi madre. Día en la audición 30.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. Oh my God. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale?
Hey,
that
Mr. Kid. Over here.
That's a she.
Look at it.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the...
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, no offense.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay?
Chao, pescado. Qué guay.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay.
Joder, su puta.
Probably
Sorry.
didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear. Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something. I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
We want him home from school for a while, just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
This is a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Pero muchachos, es que está al mínimo parpadeo.
What's he doing?
He's drawing. He's becoming completely obsessed.
How's he becoming? No. You mean Vincent?
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists. There you go, mister. Feel each shape. Fiend.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is...
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul. I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it. Ooh, that's good. So?
Hey, stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Oh my god. I think it is.
All places.
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an idea. You know... Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing...
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her magnum opus. Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Es que nada, si no se puede.
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look. Hey. Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus. What's that? What's so fascinating, son? Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothing's dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one? His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant? His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your... Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. Little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium.
¿Dónde está el texto?
See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year. In that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak.
Está diciendo un montón de cosas y sin enterarme de lo que está diciendo, ¿eh?
But, for the first time,
Se desactivó de repente los subtítulos, pero están activados, así que tiene que ser un
Saw it
fallo.
in a more
Pues nada.
serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. But be quiet. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately
Vaya, esto se puso interesante.
Se puso interesante, pero no sé por qué se desactivaron los subtítulos. Que no entiendo por qué no sé. Vale, estamos llegando a la torre.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you. Those things, they're not
Siento que está en una imaginación.
birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie.
No, el tema es que se supone que yo estoy muerto
Never allowed near
y este de aquí va recogiendo las armas de vez en cuando para llevárselas a la torre.
bad for not defending them right, so
Entonces me hizo recordar mi vida entera, se
living
supone.
reminders of my
Pero claro,
oratory shortcomings.
no sé por qué se han desactivado ahora los
Yeah, good thinking.
Los
I'll be
subtítulos.
back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Pues nada. Pues eso, el tipo nos lleva a la torre porque se supone que aquí hay como una especie de
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that?
de dios quejudo o algo así.
Poor fool doesn't know.
Y el tipo pues intenta siempre coger armas que tengan algo que contar o que sean importantes.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth. Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one?
I don't have time for this. The gatekeeper's...
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, I might be a work of genius.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
Como me hagan no parpadear. No, hombre, no.
Keep your eyes open. to see.
A ver. Es que me cuesta un montón no parpadear. Mirando así para el suelo. Vale.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's
Murió
keep
mi
going.
abuelo.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
My sinuses would be eternally in doubt.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
Mira el gato perdido. Se me perdió el gato, loco.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. Think about it. It just happened.
We just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more.
Va a tener el gatillo.
For a professor of science and symbols, you're really bad at reading.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny, and I'm happy about that.
Vamos a mirar para el suelo. A ver si no parpadeamos. Ufa, ahí hay algo. ¿Qué es eso? Ñu.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I like hanging out with you a lot. Which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Aquí.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
No, esto
Oh, yes,
sí hay
of
que
course.
verlo.
I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
You know, we can focus on tree, staying engaged.
Let's try this again.
Tengo que concentrarme en eso.
Make sure you staying engaged.
Try to speak a little softer.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Otro más sin subtítulos.
Okay.
Venga.
Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise. You know what to do.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Casi era Benjamin Button.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night.
Me van a hacer un escáner.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now!
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are...
¿Y le colgué? ¿Qué dice, hombre?
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, is that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Pero esto es una mierda, tío. Vuelve a la zona de juego. Es que estoy quieto, que en donde me pongo. De verdad que... estoy quieto, muevo la cabeza así un poco y me he salido de la zona de juego. No tiene ningún sentido. Y estoy quieto. Vamos a ver. Vamos a pegar un chutazo. ¡Ahí hay gato! Gatichín. Bien. Uf, estoy con un respirador ya. Esto es jodido,
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like
if
the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this cramp on my chest.
You know, for a while now,
No me vengan con eso.
I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated.
Murió. Joder.
I know just what to tell her.
Es decir, lo que conté.
Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me.
Es decir, que la primera parte me la inventé. Me inventé que había sido artista.
We got this.
Pero realmente morí, joder. Y se imaginó incluso encontrándose de nuevo con Chloe. Joder. ¿La guardiana tendrá forma de Chloe? El gato. Qué bueno.
Me imagino que será de esos tentáculos rojos.
Wish me luck.
Los tentáculos rojos era la enfermedad.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
Lo del... Eso, lo rojo era la enfermedad que tenía dentro, que lo estaba devorando, lo estaba consumiendo.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known
Joder, murió con
for
11 años.
11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Why is he smiling like that?
He must be somewhere that he likes.
Una nueva vida ha llegado.
Corto, intenso.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same way I do. I'm gonna say I love you.
Hasta casi me haces llorar todavía.
Está la cosa ahí, la lagrimilla está ahí, ¿eh?
When that chance comes through,
La verdad que el juego es súper bonito y también durillo, ¿eh?
in a desert, you'll remember why you came here. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, grip tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not. You wanna make some money, give a kid to dad. When he has somebody, you're gonna feel the
Nos vemos.
Oye, gracias por estar por ahí. Y nada, ya nos vamos viendo. Un saludo. Bueno, pues el juego eso ha estado bastante guapo, cortito, intenso. La historia que cuenta la verdad que es súper bonita y a la vez triste. Y bueno, así puntos negativos, el tema este de que me muevo, vuelve a la zona de juego. Es que, vamos, con el tema del piano y demás no podía casi ni hacerlo. Después en alguna parte también importante que dejó de salir los diálogos en español, cosa que perdí información ahí importante seguramente. Y después el tema del parpadeo, que es que muchas veces era imposible no parpadear. Y seguramente me perdí bastantes cosas de la historia. Pero bueno, en general el juego bastante guapo. Voy a ver si pruebo una demo que tengo por ahí, que en principio solo me va a jugar media horita. Y así me voy quitando cosillas. Así que nada, quito y vuelvo en un minutito o dos.